Yo, what it do? What it do? YouTube land, we are live. I apologize for the delay, man. Better late than never. What it is, what it is. Been a lot going on in the reptile community this past week. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs and ups, a lot of egg cuttings, a lot of eggs being hatched. The usual. A lot of random random shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it at that. But the usual, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make the best of it, you know what I'm saying? Uh it is a new week, you know. We're gonna keep our best foot forward, we're gonna keep putting our best foot forward and keep on trucking. Um Damn, we lost somebody tonight. Had an extra person on, but get their audio just fucking up on them. Damn. But it is what it is. So tonight we'll have different topics. We are taking topics from the audience as well. Replay game. I need y'all to go ahead and hit that hashtag replay game when y'all catch this part of the show. Drop the comment. Drop it in the comments. Let me know, man. I make that weekly content. So I would definitely need y'all to keep coming on back. Let me know that y'all here. Y'all see this content. Uh, think about joining the channel or even just subscribing to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. I'm at like 599 subscribers right now. So it's like go ahead and push me on over the hump. That'd be appreciated. When it pushes over the hump, man. But yeah, and definitely check out. Make sure if y'all haven't checked me out on the Whiskey Bomb Network for Anime Fanatics on Fridays, man. Check out that last episode, man. Go to Key's channel and definitely check out the Anime Fanatics. It was on last Friday. Talked about some shows. Put y'all on some shows. I got a couple of people checking out new shows now, so I'll say it was rather effective, and I appreciate my bro Keys for definitely extending that branch and let me bring that show to his platform. You dig? So y'all make sure y'all check that out as well, and check out the other shows that they got on their network. Also, if y'all have not checked out my boy Brian and Tommy on Hurt Collectors Network, Morph Maps. They got a new episode coming out. I want to say May 11th. The LC Black Magic Gene. Y'all definitely check that out. So KG is gonna be on there talking about that gene. So definitely come out, show Brian some love, man. Drop them pirate flags in the comment on that video so they can know that you are here. The OTP family is here. You know what I'm saying? OTP the world. But without further ado, gotta bring out my family. Of course, you know what I'm saying? They rocking with me. We ride or die. Bad boys for life. You did. Do think it did. We don't give a damn. Even if we wrong, we are wrong together. So we don't give two fucks about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let you know how we feel. We're gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? You can either love it or hate it. But at the end of the day, we still gonna be our authentic selves, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing, no love lost. You know what I'm saying? We won't never hate you. We ain't really worried about you that much, but we're gonna keep it pushing. Without further ado, first and foremost, gotta bring out the first lady of OTP. Uh, you know what I'm saying? She slipped. Well, she had some business to attend to last week, but this week she's here with us. You know what I'm saying? Keeping that interesting. Maybe KG might pop up because she's here. We didn't see KG last week in the chat, so maybe he might pop up because he know that she's online now. So, without further ado, y'all welcome to the stage. Hold on, let me get my music right. Drum roll, please. Nana. Uh-oh. What it do, sis? How you feeling?
So
Say something. Let me make sure I can hear
a
you.
lot
Okay,
better.
cool. Cause I gotta make sure that this
A lot
audio
better.
is
I
working.
was sick as fuck last week. My kids
You were
were
sick?
sick. It was not a good week last week, but we're doing better.
Thanks.
So yeah,
I'm glad that y'all got
yeah,
together, man. And y'all
I'm back.
actually, they feeling they moving around and they're energetic now. They got a little
Yeah,
more energy this
I think
week.
I
Cool,
got
cool.
worse than they did, to be
Moving
honest.
around and
But
they're energetic now.
yeah,
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that they are better, man. That they're doing better. Always glad to hear that for sure, for sure. And the rest of the fam, man, just keep them in your prayers, man. Chat family, OTP fam, keep the rest of Bandits family in your prayers. Just to keep the health. We want to keep praying for that health, man. We want to have everybody to have long and prosperous lives. So without further ado, gotta bring out the shooter. He gonna let you know how he feel Whether you like it or not, and not give two fucks about it, and laugh it off at the end of the day, because that's what he does. He got this new spider addiction. I don't know why he got this spider addiction. He came to Atlanta for 2 days, and all of a sudden the man got a shitload of spiders. It's crazy. He just came down here, didn't plan to buy nothing, and then went back to Florida with a bunch of fucking spiders, and had me watching them shits at the fucking booth. When I do not fuck with spiders at all. But for him, I'll go ahead. I definitely keep no spiders over there for him. Only for him. I ain't fucking with it for nobody else. Welcome to the stage. Hold on, gotta give you another drum roll. Mr. Ball Ross himself. What it do,
What up?
B?
What up? What up? Chilling, man.
I'm
I'm
loving
chilling.
it. I'm, I'm loving this new drum roll thing that I got going on out here,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah, man. It's really fun. How you feeling
I'm fucking irritated, but we'll get through it.
today? We'll get to it. We definitely will. Yeah,
We'll get
man. And
through it.
we gotta bring out the what I want to call him. The big bro right here, man. Wisdom, just fucking years and years of wisdom, man, and just all around dope dude. Got me on the Dinker gang, got me on the Dinker train. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna show y'all that yet, but I just know I'm in on the Dinker train with the Dinker gang. You know what I'm saying? What they call it, G Unit. But my brother from another mother, man, he definitely been holding it down. Got that straight malice. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know what that gene is, y'all sleep. And keep me asleep, because we gonna go ahead and try to get some off of them. So that way y'all can come and get from us from the whole group. Y'all just gonna keep me asleep, but it is what it is. But definitely got some fire shit over there, man. He definitely worked the gene, did the work, doing the work still. You know what I'm saying? And he, ain't letting up off their necks, man. Definitely proud of him, man. I'm glad. I can't wait to see where he continues to push and elevate to. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope to see that, man. Especially from,
Yes.
you know, I'm just gonna put it out there. Especially seeing black people do it. I'm not gonna lie. This is not uh uh a hobby that you will normally see a lot of black people in, just jumping in off the top of it. You know what I'm saying? Especially people coming from where we're from. So
Normally,
just to see
normally
another.
every time, usually scared.
Yeah, now facts. You can't even bring black folks around the snake without them tripping. But you know what I'm saying? To see another black man at that doing it big and the way he's doing it, bro, I'm definitely proud of him. You know what I'm saying? And there's no shade to nobody, bro. But we just what I'm saying, we just tight like that, and I'm just glad to see that he's doing his thing. So coming to the stage, Mr. Malice himself. Welcome to Ash. What it do, bro? What it do?
Yo, what's up,
What?
family? How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Yo, that
Great,
drum
man.
roll
Great.
is terrible.
That shit crash. That shit trash, ain't it? Ain't snares tight as hell on that bitch. Ain't no open rolls. I got some shit on there too. Y'all sleep. I got like the doorbell and shit. Crowd control.
Ah,
That's for when somebody shows up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with this one too. Hold on.
Finish him.
Could have did that shit. I mean, all kind of crazy shit, bro. But I can add all kind of dumb shit. I got another drum roll. I don't know if we go back. Just as trash. Just as trash. But nah, man. I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here with us, man. So we can talk some topics tonight as we get more topics in from the chat. Just the shit that I've been getting earlier today, and just discussing things, and just give our
mhm.
opinion on things, and just express how we feel, and just keep it pushing from there, man. If you don't like it, it is what it is. But before we get too deep, let's go ahead and say hey to the family that's in the chat, the OTP fam. So tapping in first, we got Vin Rock, Vinny. What it do? Appreciate you for the cutting board,
Well,
my brother.
bro.
My cutting board. You got your cutting board, Brian? Gotta show Vinny cutting board off, man. One time. Hold on, let me beat you up real quick. Got the cutting boards. Shout out to Vinny for the cutting
Both of
board,
them.
the egg cutting boards. Yes, sir.
Both of
Who we got Brian double dipping in the chat.
them.
What I say? Hang. This might get interesting. That's what you trying to say?
Yeah, not anymore.
Oh, he relieved the stress. Pause. What up,
Why we
Jamie?
were-
Shout out to
That's
Jamie, the
why we were
professor
so
Piper
late, man. It
Jones.
was my fault.
Yeah, it's all good. We still win. We still missing one, but it's all good.
Yeah.
A wild Shauna has appeared, y'all. A while Shauna has appeared. What it do, Shauna? Appreciate you for
What up,
tapping
Sean?
in. Hey man, if y'all missed John yesterday on TGO, y'all make sure y'all go check out that replay game. Drop the
Bro, what a
whiskey
great
bomb in the
guest he
chat.
was,
Let
man.
them know, man. You were definitely on the Great Outdoors with Brian and Brandon them yesterday, man. So y'all definitely check
Like,
that out on Whiskey Bomb Network.
I have
What you gotta
a
say?
lot of those episodes I really like, but that's top tier so far up there.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
gotta do. We check it out. I fell asleep early last night. What it do, Pat? What it do, Pat?
Pat,
What's
What up,
up,
Pat?
man?
what up,
Y'all
brother?
definitely make sure y'all following Pat, man. Pat definitely be rapping and shit and all that good stuff. He got videos, he got jokes, he got little skits and everything on his channel, man. Definitely get
Smart
that man to
brother.
follow on YouTube, man. Dope dude,
Yeah.
man. Dope dude, dope dude.
Yeah.
Who else we got? We got James B. Easy in the house. What it do?
What up?
Appreciate you for tapping in, bro.
That's a
Appreciate you
sweet
for
little
tapping
logo.
in. Yes, sir. Dope logo.
See, I noticed
Elias,
things, man.
I appreciate you for tapping in, brother. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Why you can't hear us? That's who we lost, y'all. We lost Elias tonight. I really
Yeah.
want Elias to chime in. Elias, try again. Stop playing. Just try to come back. Or get on the computer and do it. Or something. 'Cause we want you to come in. Pause. That sounds crazy. It's like some Sinners shit. We want you to come in. Y'all seen that movie yet?
What?
Mm.
Sinners. Y'all ain't seen the movie yet? Oh,
No.
man. Y'all tripping.
Bro.
Y'all
Is it
tripping.
in the
Y'all tripping.
theater?
Yeah. It's in the theaters. Yeah, I can also send you a link where you can watch it for real, for real. It's good too. Clear showing.
Bro, I don't
Ah,
think I've turned it. I don't think I've turned a TV on in my house in like 4 or 5 years.
damn. That's what's up. You in tune with the earth.
I,
Or you just in tune
laptop
with
and
the
phone,
animals.
and I
Yeah.
spend a lot of my time doing just other stuff.
That's what's up, though. At least you doing some
The
stuff you ain't
kids,
sitting out
though,
watching TV.
the kids, though, that's a different story. That's a controller to
Facts.
screen the whole
Of
time.
course. Of course. Who else we got? Mitzi in the house. What it do, Mitzi? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you. We got a long time supporter in the house as well. Big Sam. What it do? What it do? What it
Oh,
do?
what's good, bro?
Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. Who else we got? Let me see. Oh, Silent Assassin. What up? What up? What
There
up?
he is.
James
Hey,
Perry in the house.
what's good, bro?
Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Bomb Squad. We got Santos. Santos. Santos in the house. Appreciate you for
Hey,
tapping in, bro. Definitely
what
appreciate.
up?
I wonder if the episode says it's Malik on the episode. I don't know.
I
I
think it
don't know if
does.
that's what it said. Does it? Does it? I don't know
When
why I
I
would
had
say
a
that, man.
notification for it was
Oh,
coming
I
up
see.
minutes on my phone, it said
Yeah.
it. So
I gotta go back and
Fucking,
edit the
yeah,
title and shit. I
fucking
see it though.
slipping.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck it did that. Gotta fix it. I don't know. Wasn't my fault. Yeah. So Malik is
I
not here tonight, but this is the open panel. I,
I don't even got the authority to mute people anymore.
I just have to listen. If you had stayed, like I told you to the last time, I would have been able to fix all that. Who else we got in here? We got Josh. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Having a ball.
Took my
Bomb
authority away.
Squad. I didn't take your authority on purpose. I can always give it back, issue it back.
Hell yeah.
Who else we got? Who else we got? I'm gonna do like two more before we start. They just talking shit to each. Mofo, Forge family.
Mofo,
Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you.
what's good?
Appreciate you.
What up?
Elias is on his laptop in a minute, so
Nice.
that's pretty good. At least Elias will try to come back and
You got to hit
give us
that
a little
doorbell
rant.
when somebody taps in.
I got you. Look who's here, y'all. Lace. What up?
Oh,
Appreciate you for
oh,
tapping in. Early for once. For once. I know, right? No, well, shit,
let's
we late?
go.
Who was late? I don't know who was late. What we late? Who was late? I don't know what we was, but yeah. So appreciate everybody in the fam bam chat. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us this week, man, and every week, and definitely showing love to us every week. Before we continue, real quick, let me go ahead and pay these you know, these bills that we got real quick, and we'll be right back with this discussion. You did. Shout out to Grey Rider Reptiles, one of the leading shared testing brands in this hobby. as well as readers of the ball python community. They have numerous
Technical
tests ranging from the
difficulties.
elevator morph to morphs like sunset and are growing every day. If you're wanting to find out, hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Wrong video. New platform, wrong video. Bear with me real quick. Shout out to Grey Rider Reptiles, one of the leading shared testing brands in this hobby. As well as readers of the ball python community, they have numerous tests ranging from the elevator morph to morphs like sunset and are growing every day. If you're wanting to find out the genetics of your ball python, just send it in to Grey Rider Reptiles and they'll take care of you. Their website is www.sharedtesting.com. Let them know that I sent you. Here it is. Hey man, shout out to the unofficial sponsor of the channel, K Joseph. Rising B-list celebrity in this hobby, KG got that all-around great knowledge, and he's also a great guy. If y'all aren't in the Patreon, it's a problem. And as always, it ain't a project unless you put a bomb in it. Oh yeah, and make sure you send the link. Shout out to BNS Reptilia, distributor of coconut substrate The Chipper and their premium coconut substrate Cocoa to Go. BNS prides themselves on immaculate customer service and always putting their customers first. You can reach BNS Reptilia on Instagram for your substrate needs. Tell them that I referred you. And once again, thank you for being a sponsor, BNS. We appreciate you. And we're back. We got another addition to the panel tonight. We'll get you in all black. Yeah, he on his Batman shit. I don't know what he got going on.
I can't see nothing.
Right. You see, you neither.
Why not?
Is your camera on?
It's what happens when you turn your back on StreamYard, my guy.
Mm. Mm.
Y'all should blame Banner. It wasn't my fault. Y'all should blame Banner. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all should blame Banner. Don't blame me.
I can hear and everything.
You can hear
That's
us, but you
wild.
can't
I'm
see.
log back in.
I think maybe you need to cut your camera on. Bro, I bet you it's like the smallest things that they have in
His
his.
joint, it looked the same as Elias's.
Who his?
Okay. Yeah.
Go
What you
figure
mean?
it
It
out.
was
He's smart.
flicking on and off, and then they,
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on. They're making this harder
Man.
than they gotta be. It ain't my fault. Y'all told me this was better than StreamYard.
Who did?
wah, wah, wah.
Them words never left my mouth, my guy.
Brandon was so adamant about it that it was gonna be a better situation than StreamYard.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm just
Today's
here so I
topic:
won't be farming.
StreamYard versus what's this
Right.
called?
EV Mux.
Yeah.
I guess.
But
All
yeah.
right, so let's get into today's topic since I don't know where Brandon went, and I don't know. Okay, there she go. I don't know what happened to Brandon. Brandon should
Don't
just
try
take
to
me.
blame that shit on me, for one. And for two,
Ah!
somebody was supposed to write Morph Forge, Brandon,
And
and
actually, they
ask
have any
questions.
issues.
And I didn't hear nothing else about it. So, I don't know.
I thought it was okay
Wrong.
too. Look what John said.
I'm just giving him a hard time.
Anything can go wrong.
Clearly, it always goes wrong when it's us. And that's some
I mean,
shit.
it works fine on my laptop, so I'm cool with it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what Brandon was on either. Maybe the laptop, but Ash is on his phone.
Without Wi-Fi, I ain't even using it. Working
That's probably what
beautifully.
it is. And then he cut that damn Wi-Fi off. That's crazy.
Thank
Y'all leave Brandon out of this shit.
Sometimes it works better without the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
you.
I guess first topic of discussion tonight.
Ban is a
I think
menace.
that the topic. That's the topic of discussion.
I was reading the chat.
That, oh, I'm about to say that Banner's a menace. We can discuss that shit too.
No, I'm not.
Banner is a straight menace. Do you agree
Damn, I
or
don't even
disagree?
see a chat.
Oh no, Ash, don't go fucking with shit on your phone. I just pull because you might mess around and mess up your sound and some shit. All right, so I get the first question. I mean, I don't want to keep talking about the same shit, but we can lightly touch on it. The first question or topic pretty much investors versus hobbyists. What's more important, the money or the love for the animals? And then Elias to add on that. Oh, speaking of Elias,
There
Hit
we
doorbell.
go.
can you hear us now, Elias?
Man, see, you slacking. You can't even.
Can you hear it? You can't hear us? What the fuck? Take them shits
Damn.
off. Take them shits off. What do that mean? You can hear me now? You can hear me now?
No, I think that meant he did take them off.
He muted. Every time he come in, this bitch he muted.
I can't hear y'all at all.
We can hear you.
Dang.
You can hear me? Okay, well, I can't even be a part of well, let me try to allow I can't even be a part of the discussion because I can't hear what the hell y'all saying.
Well, how the hell are you responding if you can't hear us? What
Hold
the
You
on,
read
hell?
hold
my.
I'm
on, hold on, hold
You
on.
confused.
read. I
That's
think you
he
read my
fucked me up
lips.
too.
You read my lips. You read my
This
lips.
I was like,
this
Go
wait
damn
ahead.
a second.
Equinox, Equilex, whatever the fuck it is, don't want to work on phones.
That shit crazy. And
I
now
turned
why
my
the hell
Wi-Fi
can you?
off. I took my Bluetooth headphones off. I still can't hear shit. Hold on. Let me try to change the settings of the audio.
Maybe just cut the phone off and all. You would listen. You can hear you earlier.
Technology, boy.
That shit crazy.
Technology, man.
Wow. Yep.
Shout out to China, man. Shout out to China, man.
Shout out to China. I'm weak. I don't
Shauna
understand.
said type the question in the chat.
You think Elias can hear you? Let me. Oh, you talking to me? Oh,
Yeah.
you talking
I
to
still
Elias?
can't
Who
hear
you talking?
shit. All right, let me pull
Ah!
up my laptop. I'll be back.
All right.
Okay.
Kick me out because I don't know how to do this.
Who's in charge of IT over here? I don't know,
It ain't
Lace. I don't
me.
know who the hell it ain't me neither. 'Cause
I
I don't
can't
know. I
even
just
mute
log on.
people.
Hey, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's DJ.
Listen, I just log on to this shit, okay? Y'all can be mad at me if y'all want to. I apologize. But yeah, so investors versus hobbyists is the topic, pretty
You need
much.
both, man. You need both,
Yeah.
bro.
Don't you
You-
invest in your hobby?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
need both. And, the love, some would say that the love is more important than the investor. The investor would look at themselves like, bitch, I make the world go round. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your love. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like, so, we need them all.
agree.
Yeah, we need them
Yeah.
all.
I mean, you invest in your hobby no matter what the hobby is.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Fishing, golf, bowling, whatever it is. You invest in yourself to make yourself better at it
Spiders.
or further yourself in the hobby.
They motherfuckers said spiders.
Mhm.
You
Now, if it
spider.
Yep.
was profit versus hobbyist, that would probably be a little bit of a different question.
You said if it's what?
Yeah.
Profit versus hobbyist.
Okay. We go
Somebody out
profit
to make
versus
money
hobbyist.
versus somebody that's not.
But even as a hobbyist, I feel like most of us try to make money too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, he hit it.
You
most
want
of
to
us
Oh,
wouldn't be able.
sustain yourself in a
It
way,
don't
at
hurt.
least.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
wouldn't be able to have 40 or more snakes if we probably weren't profitable unless you had a job that paid that well. I have 4 children, a house, a wife, and all that shit. It ain't, no. You know what I'm saying? I could love the snakes all I
hey,
want. That don't mean I need 100 of them. I could love on 3 of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no doubt. I get that.
Get,
You know,
get
but at the
freaky
same time,
ass.
like my job supports my lifestyle, and I don't have a very, very big collection. So
hmm
pushing a snake out of my rack is not a priority.
hmm hmm I get that. Yep.
But that's because you're breeding for things that you wouldn't mind, like keeping everything. You're
Oh
different
yeah,
than a lot.
there's good point.
Yeah, I ain't saying like that.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
plan to
Strains are
really sell much.
fine.
It's all about keeping all these little motherfuckers.
Brian trying to keep every fucking thing.
hmm
So,
No,
do
I
y'all
actually
Now,
feel like?
I actually have made up my mind, and I'm gonna start sending a couple out to the homies, man, and see what they do with them.
Mhm.
I
Proud of
Let me
think
know
you.
when you
the
need my. Let me know when you need
It's
my
like
address.
letting go of my children.
Mhm.
I think part of the problem is some would say that the investment level people probably not that they don't have a love or a passion for it. It's just that usually, I can't say usually, sometimes you just think money is their driving force. You know what I mean? Like they're so good at what they do sometimes that people just say that that's their driving force. And it's like, well, if half of the
Wow.
people that didn't have that money had that money, it'd probably be their driving force too. You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
but when you're really good at something, usually that money comes naturally.
True.
Where
Very
Brandon go?
true.
We lost
So,
Brandon again.
you know?
Yeah,
What the?
it usually does. I would think that, at least from me liking something and it translating into money, I get it, but I guess I would probably still look at it different as an investment level person. You know what I mean? I feel like some of the investment level people like literally only like that's the first thing on their mind to make a dollar. Fuck you, fuck
Yeah.
your project. I'll go a little bit lower than you if that's what I have to do. I'm gonna get rid of the snake before you. You know what I mean? That's kind of the people that I look at, and it's like, damn, like we really know how to stomp these genes into the ground in 3, 4 years, really fast. Like, damn.
So
Yep.
would you give a new gene to a hobbyist first, or would you give it to I guess somebody that's like more so trying to invest and build?
A person's gonna
Y'all see
respect the
me?
gene. Like if uh,
Can y'all see me?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
we can see you now, and we can hear you.
I can't see me. It say offline. It's crazy.
He said, I can't see me is crazy.
I'm going
You
back
we
to
can't
look like
see
we
stream.
us?
going back to stream. We look like we going back to stream yard.
Hey, man, how
Nah,
come
we
you ain't
good.
hitting the doorbell when people pop up?
Oh my
Ding
bad.
dong.
You heard it though.
I
I
can
don't see
hear
that.
now.
Can you see yourself?
Yeah, I can see myself.
Okay.
No, I can't. I can't.
This
So
thing's
Brandon,
I
picking
had
and
to be on this
choosing.
damn. Yeah, I had to be on the iPad for this to work.
Brandon can't
It's
see himself.
selective politic, and that's
I
all.
can see myself at the bottom, so I'm good. I don't need to see myself.
You don't see yourself on
But
the computer.
I see myself at the bottom of the screen. I'm all good.
But can you see
but
us?
not
I see everybody. Yeah.
okay. Okay,
Okay,
we
cool.
Oh,
good.
well, okay.
Okay,
Well, we can
now
see
let's
you.
get the ball rolling.
Okay,
But
so the
nah, I
question
think
was,
oh
where we
my
going
bad,
with
go ahead,
that?
brother.
Nah, go
And
ahead.
No,
I
go
was
Go
gonna
ahead.
ahead.
say that I don't look at it. I don't think I would give it to a hobbyist versus an investment level person. It's just what type of investment level person. You know what I mean? Like if I'm the person that has a gene and I want to be the face of my gene, then I know who not to give it to. If I'm want to do the work myself and all of that, then, you better get on it. Start, posting your animal media, generate a buzz about it, I guess. But no, I don't care if it's a hobbyist or an investment person. I know the investment person's more liable to do to it, though.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
about the rest of y'all?
They're gonna be like water and run through the hose.
So what was the initial question? Because I missed all that trying to log in.
Hell no. Okay, so the initial question was the hobbyist. The question you asked earlier about the hobbyist and investment people like readers. What the difference? I guess mainly between them. But I was asking Ash based off of what he was saying earlier. Would he rather get? Would he give his? Who would he give his a dinker gene to first? Like the breed it and do all that extra. And he was pretty much saying he don't depend on the people, pretty much.
Oh, gotcha.
So what about you? Oh, well, I know you're
Uh,
gonna say hobbyist all day.
yeah. Well, it all well. Like people love to say, there's levels to this. Um, there are people who I consider big breeders or well-known breeders, but they might see themselves as hobbyists. So
Mm.
that's when I have to break down their character and their history. If I know that they have a history of being a little shisty behind the scenes, but nobody like to talk about it publicly, I'ma steer clear. If I know they the type that might take a dinker and do nothing with it or do everything with it and bring the price down, I'm gonna stay away. Um yeah, so or if they throw it directly into some jeans that I just really cannot stand, I'm gonna do away or I'm gonna make them wait a little longer. I'm not gonna say you'll never get it. You just gonna have to wait a little longer till I figure some stuff out on my end.
I got you.
But it don't matter. It don't matter if it's because for me, for example, I think Levance is a big breeder. I think KG is more of a big breeder. Now both of them would cuss me out and say, "Hell no, we not." But that's how I view their level compared to mine. But I would trust both of them. Whereas I probably wouldn't trust someone that we all think is a big breeder, or we all can unifiably say that is definitely a big breeder, and they want your gene. I'm gonna be hesitant with that person, but with people like KG or Levance, I wouldn't mind some that way, like
Mhm.
the Kazi. I trust them. I trust because they've shown and proven me their integrity more than anything else. And for me, integrity
Yes,
means
man.
everything.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
Anybody else want to chime in?
I'm
You
going
already
straight
answered.
just to the homies. That's it.
Also, to yes, also that too. The homies got to eat first before anybody. The homies got to eat first.
That's
Those
it.
who those who supported me when I was a nobody, and I'm still a nobody, but I'm just saying, once I reach a certain level, don't come and act like you was Team Creative Reptiles when you thought of me as the little person. But like, nah, I'm going. The homies get everything first.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
The dudes that have been in the trenches with me for the past couple years, supporting me, fucking telling me I'm doing good things. Those are the people that are getting it first.
hmm
What you about to say, Brandon?
No, I said you already answered.
For me?
Yeah, you.
It ain't about me. I'm hosting the show,
Ah,
so I'm
shit.
asking the questions.
Yeah,
I'm,
that's a
Yeah,
conversation.
uh,
you ain't never see Richard Dawson answer that question.
Let me answer all questions around
I'm
here.
also not. I'm also not Richard Dawson.
Nah, so for me, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I'm the type of person where I don't if I came across something and it was great, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna this just me personally. I'm not gonna keep it from anybody. Honestly, it's like I really want to see the full potential in this animal, and I don't have the collection to be able to see it. So what I will do is I will find people who work the same type of projects that I'm in. I find people who have the same types of interests that I have, and I would use that to the advantage of foreseeing what's to come from this project. Because I asked this multiple times, like whenever I see somebody that comes out with a dinker, I'm like, what part of that dinker are you actually trying to reproduce? Because it was a time before when I think I was talking to you, Ash, and you were saying that it was certain things in it that you seen, and that was the things that you liked. But for me, it's like so many other people could have seen so many different things in that first female that you had. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like just because you take that potential and run the way that you want to run, that don't mean that's the full potential of that gene.
Hmm.
That don't mean it's two different genes or anything like that. So I'm the type of person where it's like if I come out and I get it tested and this is a brand new gene, I want to see the full spectrum of this gene. I don't work clown. I like to see it in clown. I don't work sunset. I like to see if it does something in sunset. So I'm gonna link with people that's actually working this type of stuff and see what it really does. Because just because you made it do this, don't mean that's it. And a prime example is Scrambler. When they were just showing off the Scrambler stuff, it's so many different variants of that that they did. I don't even remember what the dude name was, but he said I can't tell you that both of these are single form scrambler.
Michael
But I
James.
can tell you, I bred my animal to this animal, and he bred his animal to what he believes is a scrambler. I like the less busy, clean stuff. I'm gonna take it that way. He might like the busy stuff. It's the same gene. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be that person say I'm limiting what I do. What I will say is the people who think like me are the people I'm gonna give it to. I'm not gonna give it just because I know Jess can make everything with it. I'm not gonna give it. I'm gonna say his name. I'm not gonna give it to him just because I know he can make everything. Because why? You know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody should have the opportunity to take something and do what they like to do with it. That's the whole
I just
reason we
want
got it. I feel like that's the reason I got into this. So I'm not going to sit and pick and choose any of that because like Brian like busy stuff. He like clean stuff. You know, he likes orange. If I get an animal and it's orange and it's busy, I'm gonna see if he can take it and make it, or if he didn't like busy, I'm gonna see if he can
to.
take
Yeah, I
it
heard him.
and make it clean and less busy. You know what I mean? So I really would just want to see the full potential of the animal, not necessarily the people that's working it.
So
No
my
time.
question for
Same,
you,
that's the
Brandon.
same thought process though, because I mean, like when I say that, not many people that I know are working what I'm working, so they get to take it in their directions.
Right.
So I guess I would ask Brandon, would you, if you had a gene, would you want to profit from it, or you just don't care? You just want to see it in an array
Honestly,
of different combos.
I'm gonna be honest. Like when I think of a profit, I think of if I paid $1,000 for this animal and I make a clutch and I make $1,000 back. After that, it's all profit. So I'm not looking at it in terms of, oh, this gene is hot. I need to market it at 60,000 just because I can. I'm not thinking of it in that way. If someone
Okay.
else takes it and makes something crazy and they raise the price up to 60K, all right, now that's the base price. I'm not thinking to make the base price. I don't want to be the person that's going to make the base price because what I think about with the base price is haters. You can have so many people that as soon as you put a price, you can have so many people that's gonna try to downplay you. I'm not
But
there.
don't you do electric or plumbing now?
I do plumbing.
You do plumbing.
Yeah,
So do you look at your craftsmanship like that?
same
Do
way.
you look at your
Same
like,
way.
do you look at your
Same way.
craftsmanship like if you're doing a job that you think is worth $5,000, are you gonna do it for $500 just because you like the house that you're working
It ain't got nothing to do with the house. It has everything to do about the character of the type of person that I am. I'm being honest with you, 100%.
in? Right.
I literally, it's a. If my house is taken care of, this is
Hmm.
how I, this is how I move. If my house is taken care of, I can help. outside houses. If I got this
Yes.
craft, if I have this craft and I can help you, say you call me
Mhm.
and you like, hey, my water heater just went out.
Hmm.
I can talk you over the phone on how to put it in and it'll pass code if you need to get it past inspection.
Hmm.
Or say, I'd rather just pay you to come out. And I'll come out and I'll stand beside you and I'll put it in and then I'll tell you, give me what you think my time is worth. That's the type of person I am. Because
Yeah, it's
I
a
feel like
dangerous
the work.
game, my guy.
No, it definitely is. It definitely is. Like I do projects. Like if I remodel a whole bathroom, of course I got a standard price because I'm not gonna make everyone else that's around me, all the rest of plumbers, suffer and make everybody come to me because then they just coming to you because you cheat. You know what I mean? And you don't get. It was a term they said good work in a fast turnaround is expensive.
Hmm.
If you want cheap, you're gonna get fast and sloppy. Like it's so many different things gonna come with it. But my thing
Mhm.
is, if I'm gonna put my time into something, I'm gonna make sure I do it right, and I'm gonna make sure my time is accounted for. I'm not just gonna do stuff for free just because it's my family. They always get everything. They call me, I'm there. You know what I mean? But if somebody would say, "Hey, I want a whole bathroom redone," I'm taking time away from my house, taking time away from my kids, taking time away from my wife. So of course you're gonna have to pay for that time. But am I gonna sit here and say that I have this overhead is this company? I don't. So majority of the time I say, look, you pay for the materials and I'm gonna charge you for my time. And they'll go with it.
Yeah, me as a hobbyist, I'll tell a person I'm a hobbyist, and I look at my project as me driving 2 states away for 2 years, and everything that I do, traveling an hour and a half for rodents and all of that sort of stuff. Like I can't, in my mind, I just couldn't um give that away. You know,
Hold up. Well,
um,
as a licensed plumber, you are now liable for the damages that you caused by advising an unlicensed plumber. I don't. Legally, I do not. I can tell you can go on YouTube and find anything about plumbing. You can go on YouTube and look up the exact same stuff that I'm gonna teach you. But when it comes down to you getting an inspection, now you got to pay because now you need a licensed plumber to come and get that inspection. We got to pull permits. So that type of stuff, I'm not gonna put my name on anything. If I gotta get an inspection or anything like that, then I'm gonna have to put my name on it, and it's gonna be done according to all of that. But certain things you don't need to have a license. If you're told to stop that, I can tell you to go get an auger and teach you how to use it. Like I've been on jobs for companies, and this is what made me get to this mindset. Not to carry on, but this to get to the mindset. I was making $15 an hour. I went to a job. I had to unclog a lady's toilet. I was there for 7 minutes total. It took me probably about 15 minutes to get there. They charged this lady a 2 hour trip fee. I never had to pay on delivery type of job ever a day in my life. So when they told me the price to charge this lady and how to write my paperwork up, I had to charge her for the tools I use. I had to charge her for the time, the 2 hours. I had to charge her for time for my travel time. Literally, I made $7.50, and they made me charge this lady $250. So when I seen that and I did everything, I'm like, I feel like a lot, even though they got overhead and this is how it runs and she needed this, just the person in me was like, listen, go to the store, get one of these tools. You'll never have to call us out here again. She's scrambling around trying to find a checkbook. I'm like, it just didn't feel right to me. I understand business,
hmm.
but I can't be on that side. So that's how I carry everything.
I respect it. I respect it.
Okay, so Ken had
Don't
a
come to
question.
me for an estimate because I'm gonna bang your asses right over the fucking head.
Ken
I
question
hate
was
roofing.
Ken question was about Dinkers and New Jeans. Do you think they get their different look from the direction you take it? Like if you take a Dinker to a busy jean, after a bit, would it take on a more busy look?
Talking about polymorphism, or you know what I mean. I think, um, I would think so.
He said,
No,
he said,
um,
I feel this is something we're missing. I think these newer genes kind of resemble the way you work it. Y'all
I
understand that?
mean,
That question? Because I didn't, I ain't,
I think these newer genes work resemble the way you work. That doesn't make any sense. But
I don't
I think what
understand
he's
what he
saying is,
mean.
all right. So if you find a gene, whichever way you plan to work it, is it gonna take on those characteristics of the way that you're working it compared to not? Is it gonna stand out? All right, like sunset. No matter what you do with sunset, sunset is sunset.
yeah,
So if you were to take a gene that's not as strong as sunset, say Orange Dream when Orange Dream first came out, and then you take Orange Dream and you don't put it in nothing orange, you start putting it into something green. Is it gonna take on more of the green characteristics, or would it hold on to the orange?
But when you separate it, it's still orange dream.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean,
So that,
do
I mean,
s-
ain't that why you,
Are we talking about like a gene evolution into something that it wasn't
like
when it
like
first
it
do
started?
mutates?
do sentinels and paints look different? Probably a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he's talking about. I think.
He just said it different. He just said it different. Pull up that comment, DJ.
Oh no.
I
Oh, he
can't.
said
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
he's
I got a
saying
question about
if you
dinkers or
take a
new genes.
dinker,
Do you think you get their different look?
if he said if you take a dinker and line breed it with pastel, is it going to take
I
pastel
think
traits?
genetically, scientifically, I think genetically, it's gonna take the characteristics of both parents. So if you line breed it to a pastel, of course you're gonna get a lot of the pastel traits. But if the new dinker is something really distinct, like the malice, you're you're gonna have it's not gonna look like a normal pastel. It's gonna look like the best of malice and probably some even different, but it's going to take on the traits of both parents unless you have something like a sunset that's like so overpowering, or a pinstripe, or something that no matter what it beats everybody. To me, I don't think pastel is that overpowering. Super pastel, yeah, but just a single dose, I don't think it's that overpowering that it it will take over the dinker, depending on the dinker though,
It
because
is.
some people have subtle dinkers that you can barely tell. You got a little hint here, a little hint there, but then you got some dinkers that are like smack you in your face. Oh yeah, this is different.
And
I,
Finesse,
I
if you
don't.
have
I don't. I think you'll
yeah,
still see the separate characteristics if you do that, because a gene is a it's has its own
ain't that what we doing
characteristics.
now though? I'm confused.
Yeah,
That's why I'm so lost.
that's why I'm
You know, I'm
confused
so
too with the question.
lost.
That's why I'm
That's why
confused
I'm so
too.
lost. Cause I'm like, when we breathe,
Unless he's saying the dinker gene is super busy and you try to breed it to another established gene that's super busy. I don't know.
Ken,
Let
I'm about to
I don't
send
know
you the
how to.
damn link so you can explain yourself. Cause I don't understand
This
what the
sound
fuck you
this sound like
asking.
a green tea question. We ain't
Yeah,
catching
cause
Yeah, I must. I
that
mean,
shit.
I mean, I know I'm dabbed up, but fuck.
But
If
goddamn,
if you were to
that shit.
take a gene and breed it to a reduced animal, and you were to take that same animal and breed it to a granity animal, you're probably going to get that gene looking reduced from that one and that gene looking granity from that one. Like that's, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
I mean
sound
that's just
crazy, but that's
genetics. Yeah,
literally what we do. Like that's,
Yeah. And
yeah.
if
Yeah,
you
you
know,
bred that
you,
animal that had to reduce from the other gene, you would get the other two genes separated again.
but that's what the fuck we're doing now. That's why I'm so confused.
All right, so he
I
just
guess
explained it again. He said, I say this because my mentor has the original banana. That is a crazy looking banana. Everything that comes from that first one looks crazy, but the ones he makes from the younger bananas don't look the same.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think
maybe
that's
that one's parents look crazy. You know what I mean? If it's the wild banana, one of them that came out the wild, what if one of its parents has something that nothing else has?
true.
so you can wash it
Now,
down basically.
now, would a gene from the wild stabilize itself to a final look?
That's a good ass
Man, there's
through
question.
some genes
through
that we
generations.
some do, some don't, because we all have polymorphism, right? We still have genes today that look different. You know what I'm saying? Them shit's been out for 15 years. Mine looks better than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still going through the same shit. Your yellow bellies don't look the same. Red stripes don't look the same.
Hell
Clowns
no,
damn
them
sure
yellow
don't look the
bellies don't
same.
look the same.
You see what I'm saying? Like, clowns don't even look the same. Yeah. So, nah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I wouldn't think so. All right, so do you think you know how like super dwarfs they have like percentages and all that type of stuff? Do you think that there's a way if you create like if you have your gene is and you can trace your gene through time, do you feel like there's a way that you can start that tree with ball pythons?
Huh?
I don't know if I understand.
All
As
right, so
far
you know how
as
they,
genetics or size, because you say a super dwarfs, so
I
that's
think I
kind
need
of throwing
another
us off.
dab.
I'm just saying that because they got like the
Talking about like
67.3%
Calitor, you talking about
allogeneic,
like the
yeah, all
Calitor and
that
all
type
that
of
stuff.
stuff. Yeah,
But isn't
like
that isn't that most so talking about is where it came from? Like his
Yeah, it's
origin, like his
Yeah,
locality
that's
versus
more of
morph, though,
locality.
isn't it?
That's more of
yeah, the
locality.
locality.
so
Yeah,
that ain't the same.
it's not the same because you're talking about a
I
genetic
think the
versus where it's
yeah.
from.
Yeah, I think the closest we could get is if you specifically work the Volta into non-Voltas, stuff like that.
Yeah, or Benin or Togo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Like you have
that
to be
and actually,
specific. Like you have to be specific by
it's in the chat right
localities.
now.
Yeah.
Actually,
What they say? Oh, I think Brandon means Togo, Benin to Ghana localities. Oh,
yeah
right?
that because y'all are getting y'all's from certain localities, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
certain look. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
are.
yeah.
We team
So wouldn't
Benin
it be a
slash
way?
Togo.
Okay.
Yeah, so wouldn't it be a way for y'all to know
Which
what
one is
it
from
is?
Togo? Which one is from what?
Oh, I kind of
Like the
have an
locality?
idea. I do kind of have an idea from, oh, I'm looking at them over the years, like the
Like you can
balls
tell
from
where
one
one is from?
place,
Yeah, that's
pretty
what I was gonna say.
much. Yeah, the ones from Ghana look
Oh,
different than Benin,
and it's
and then they have the lower Volta region, they have the upper Volta region. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do look different. They do look different to me. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Ash
wild.
is the pro at that.
but you
I'm the
see,
baby.
but you
I'm
see that
learning
come,
this stuff.
but you
I
see
didn't
that
even
comes with
know
that
about
comes with
Benin until I met you, Ash.
Ash. But
Damn.
I
about
only
to say,
knew of
see,
Togo
but
and
that
Ghana.
comes.
That's it.
Everybody said that
All I
comes with
know is
like
Africa.
time. That come with time and having that item. You know what I'm saying? You probably see that shit. That shit probably so many different normals probably pass through your hands that we might say is normal, but to you, you're seeing something different in each one of them. You know what
Ah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? You're able to tell, yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
one got this one got a similar type of coloration, cause like the ones from this specific area, or you know what I'm saying? Certain things, the eye stripes, it might be shit like that for real, like eye
I think it's
stripes or
because of the people that I was around, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's because it's like in the area that I'm in, that northeastern area. I keep on telling people as much as they want to hate Ian, like that I've been around him, so I seen all of that, a lot of wild stuff, and you get to pick up like this one's coming from this area, that one's coming from that. You know what I mean? It's almost like a New York accent versus a Cali accent versus a Southern accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a no
Facts, John.
brainer
Beneath the
sometimes.
world.
appreciate you for tapping in,
Beneath the
King.
world.
Yeah,
But
100%.
to
Seen
go off of piggyback off Brandon's question, that is the reason why once Ash got me into the cult of
The
Dinkers
coat.
that I want starting with my Kazi gene, do like the green tree pythons and do like what Reach Out does with actual family tree. Okay. I now because I have a female, the information of the dad, the sire, is gonna be whatever I get from whatever breeder I get them from. But at least when
Mhm,
it comes to the Kazi gene, I know
mhm.
Benin
It's a starting point.
female. That's the starting point. And then in
Mm-hmm.
generation, I'm just gonna keep track every baby. If I breed a baby back to the mom for a super, if it's viable, if it does something, if it doesn't does something, I'm tracking every. I got a whole book, notebook
That's what you're
specifically
supposed.
just for Kazi, just for the
That's what you're
Kazi
supposed to
gene.
do, though.
And
I
I'm
think.
gonna
I mean,
have
that,
a family. I'm gonna have a family tree. So by the time I do get to the point where I can spread it out to other people, to the homies, to Ash, to everybody who's ever blessed me in the past, I could be like, look, this is the chart. This is the
yeah.
grandma, the mom, the siblings, all that stuff, so that
So
at least if anybody has questions, they know to come to me because I'm gonna track all that shit down.
let me ask you this, Elias. Do you? Well, I know when you get in, if you do get into the habit of like selling, but when you do that, are you gonna actually not necessarily just the Kazi gene, but anything period? Do you necessarily send that information to other breeders as well or other people? Like, cause I know, like when I let's say if I get customers that are not ball python breeders, I still
Hmm.
send them the husbandry for like wherever I
Oh
got my sire from and all
yeah,
the information. I still send that to them as well.
yeah,
It
yeah.
might be like a little
I do
extra.
all that with Husbandry Pro. Yeah, yeah, I do all that, and I will once I start sending that off. But there's only so
Yes,
much that we know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
With jeans that we probably bought off an auction or bought off at an expo. There's only so much information I have. I've got most of my breeder snakes I bought from expos, and they'll give me the feeding chart, and they might list the parent, but I don't know anything else beyond that. I don't know where they got the mother from. I don't know where they got the father from. Was it produced in house? Was it bought? The only time they brag about whether the sire or the dame came from somebody else is if they want to say, "Oh, this is a Canova lineage. This is an Ozzy lineage." That's the
Yeah.
only time. But
Yes,
other than
sir.
that, I don't know. I don't know where these snakes come from, but I know where the dinkers come from, and and that's easier for me to track than something that a blackhead that I just got from an expo, a Repticon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
not
Oh
every
yeah.
breeder does that. Not every breeder does that. Unfortunately, they'll give you the bare minimum. Hey, these were the meals I gave it. This was the parent. That's it.
They probably hit you with the these the
Hmm.
10 these the 5 meals I gave it. You
Hmm. Now
they
leave me
give you
alone.
that. They 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 five and out, baby. Five and out and they gone. Them shits are paved. Some people don't even let them shit. Okay, I got a question. How y'all feel about selling snakes under 100 grams?
I hate it.
Ah, senseless,
Come on,
stupid.
bruh.
Yeah.
Even if the snake is eating, that's the
Now if the
snake
now if the
is eating
breeder
rat
now if
for consecutively. Like,
now if the breeder that's buying from you say, hey, I can establish it myself because I'm a pro, I've been doing this for X amount of years, do what you want to do. But even then, if I'm shipping it off, I don't feel right shipping off a snake that small. I don't feel right. I'll be like, bruh, it just
Y- Yeah.
I can't do it. Nah, I
so
can't.
how do
I've
I
we?
can't.
I've taken
Go
eggs
ahead.
from a friend driving to their house like a snake was still in the egg. You know what I mean? Like this person, no, seriously, like this person like had like mite problems and stuff like that. But I really wanted that snake, and so I refused for that snake to come out the egg. As soon as I knew what it was, and it was what it was, no, give me the snake. It's in the egg.
Oh,
I
like
will
it was
take it
cut, and
home.
then you was able to. It was cut, and you was able
Yes,
to see it.
He said ain't
Okay.
no
that
mice
was
going
it.
near that baby. He said ain't no mice going
Yeah,
there. Give it to you.
yeah,
I
that's it. I
have
took the
I
egg
have to
home.
wait. I ain't got no choice
I'm,
but to wait because the genes I work with don't really start showing themselves until like a third or fourth shed.
damn,
Mm,
that's
hmm.
fucked up.
So your baby's coming fattened up.
Hmm.
So the
I
first
respect it.
animal I purchased from a expo never shed, and I purchased
What?
it. It didn't shed. I got it before the first meal, before the first shed, everything, and I purchased it because I wanted to learn the whole process. He did not want to sell it to me. He didn't, and I was like, "But it's right here." And he was
But he
like,
sold it anyway.
"He got it." No, so what happened was he had a joint
He ain't
clutch with
stand
someone
on.
else.
He
He
ain't
had a
stand
joint
on
clutch.
business.
He didn't, but he had a joint clutch with somebody else. So when they got to the show, they separated the clutch and he got the babies, whatever. So
Ah, okay.
I was like,
Uh,
I want that one. and he was like, "It has an egg. It has an 8. I don't know nothing. I just literally got it." And I was like, "But I want it because I wanted to learn the process of what it's like to go
Everything.
from." Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to learn the whole process. Like that's
Yeah.
before I was breeding and all that. Like that's when I was like a keeper.
Yeah.
So I wanted it, and he was like, "But if it don't eat, like," I was like, "I got a snake at home. It eats every day." He was like, "But this is different." You know what I mean? So he talked me
Not
through
to try
everything
to
that can
bait him
go
up.
wrong. Yeah, he talked me through everything. He didn't want to sell it to me, and then he was just like, "All right." It was a yellow belly inchy. Actually, I had that snake right here. I gave it to my nephew, and I
Your
just got it
nephew gave
back
it
from him.
back.
So I had to get
And
it
your
back.
nephew gave it back.
He had to relocate. But yeah, I got that same snake right here, and I went through the whole process. So I really,
And you
I
wait,
don't
man,
know,
that's
bro.
fucked
Like
up. That's fucked up. You went through the whole process with that snake and you got rid of that shit? No sentimental value at all. That shit is crazy.
it's in the family, bro. Like I knew I
That's
couldn't use it. It was nothing I was gonna do with it. It's
bro, I
nothing
hope
I
the
just
God I
You
don't I hope
monster.
listen, I hope I don't reincarnate as no snake. And you told me to and you did some shit like that be fucked up. So like, man, that's crazy. That's
But you
crazy.
know
So all right,
what?
so
After
what's the difference with being a breeder, right? You're a breeder, right? And you're a man, right?
Yeah.
And you got
Well
a
hopefully I
snake
would
in
like
the
to think
rack.
I'm a man.
That's you have a snake in the rack. That's your first snake. That's a male.
I I do.
But you don't want to let him experience manhood. You don't want to put him to nothing.
I
You don't
don't
want to
oh no,
breed him.
I've tried putting him to something. He just ain't he ain't trying to experience manhood.
He
Shit,
ain't
that
been
ain't
there
on
Yeah,
enough
me.
yet.
I got
I brought him to the
He's still
water.
your little
I
baby.
tried. Look, I tried to give Jafar about
That
three
man.
different girlfriends, and I guess he said, "No, I'm just as gay as you are, nigga. I don't want them." I tried. I tried.
That man.
I gave him the three different females, and he was like, "Nope." That man 10 years old. He ready to breed.
See, I
He
got
well,
him
look,
he
on.
been past his
I was.
prime.
I
you know,
got him on that.
sometimes in doing this, we want different experiences. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
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 it all adds to your learning in this hobby, and it all will help you help someone else later. You know, like after my 20 years, you know, even before the 20 years, I enjoyed messing with wild snakes. They present an entirely different challenge for me. You know, I've seen a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things. So like right now, that's a challenge for me. You know, it, sometimes people enjoy being challenged. Sometimes that's why people mess with certain genes. You know what I mean? Because it seems to be a challenge. It's me and Tri
Yeah.
Stripe. It seems to be a challenge. So that's why I fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, motivations are definitely different for a lot of different people.
Oh yeah, bro. Yo, I just so my wild malice female. I just showed somebody she had two nests. I've never had a female have two nests. She had a nest in the middle of the tub and the nest in the front of the tub. Fuck the back of the tub. You see what I'm saying? So like things like that, they present a challenge for like, what the hell are you doing? That I've never seen nothing like this. And 2 days
Yeah,
before she
it's
laid, she was sitting inside of her water bowl. Normally they're heat seeking. This girl is
Yeah.
sitting inside of her water bowl. I took
That's
pictures.
different.
I show Levance. I'm like, I don't know what this girl is doing.
Wow.
So, you know,
she know it,
they
but she know
present
what
it
she was
different.
doing though.
She
And
does, but you know,
that's
like I
the
said, it
female from the
presents.
wild, right?
Yes, sir. And it presents
Hmm.
a different challenge. You learn different things. Like this is the girl that I said ate only 8 times in 3 years up until this
Damn.
past June. You see what I'm saying? Like it presents an entirely different challenge for somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? To me, I like that. I care more about that type of stuff sometimes than having the new gene that's in and wanting to, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that interest me.
Yeah.
How how did you go about breeding her in terms? All right, so you got her. How long before? you bred her, and you said she ate 8 times in 3 years. Like, how did she? That's just questions we don't know. You know, like, how
Right.
did she even maintain to
How does
be
she
able to?
even live? So these wild animals are hardy than a motherfucker, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm telling people, like there's
They
a difference
different.
between these wild animals and these captive animals. This like there's a difference between us punk ass Americans and people
Mm-hmm.
growing up in Africa, probably.
Yep.
You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. There's a difference.
Bro,
They're probably hardier people.
I went through the same things
That
with
part.
my male from Togo. Didn't eat for the longest time. It would eat a couple times, stop eating for the longest time, couldn't get him to breed. Finally, he just ate enough to where I could get him to breed and he bred.
Mhm,
That's
mhm,
It
wild.
was a
mhm.
challenge, bro. It was
It
tough.
presents a different challenge, bro. Yep, totally different. Yeah. Like I was telling somebody, they were like, "Well, a snake in the wild, there's no scale in the wild, and it doesn't say, well, I'm 1,200 grams." I'm like, yeah, but a snake 1,200 grams in the wild is probably 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
That part.
Look as
That part.
skinny as
They
hell.
not
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
two.
gotta
They not
understand, bro.
two
These
or one and
motherfuckers
a
sitting
half
in
or
their
six
fucking tub
months.
with their mouth wide
No,
open, waiting for us to drop a
right,
rat to them.
right.
They ain't going
They're
out
not.
the tub
They're not
looking
a
for
year.
shit.
No, no,
People.
He said they're not a year.
Exactly.
They're not a
right.
year.
Not
People
a
don't
year
even
old.
know. People don't even know how their own native state snakes operate, and they think they know everything about ball pythons. And it's like, but
That's
once you
true.
get into
That's
dinkers,
true.
once you get into the
That's
dinkers,
true.
no, I gotta differentiate. Can't just say dinkers because sometimes dinkers pop out in captivity. Once you get to the African
Why?
imports, the motherfuckers who grew up, who was born in the dirt, not
That's
Once you
got
in
get to
the
the
kids.
white,
ever,
not
once you
in
get
the
to the
Mike
ever,
Wheelbanks incubators. They are
They got
built differently. They operate. Their brains are just. It's just different.
Different. They're different.
I just sit there and observe Oya the Kazi in her tub versus all the others. She acts when she's not scared, like somebody's trying to kill her. She acts like a damn boa. I'm like, what the
Different.
fuck? The way she
Different.
hunts, because I give her
Inquisitive.
live, the way she hunts is different than what the ones who've been generations down the line in captivity. It's just it's hard to explain, but it's just different. But you
Different
won't
when
know
you
that
hunt your
if you
food.
don't work it. You won't.
how
Yeah,
long
Yeah.
was that?
it's
How
different.
long was that Kazi over in the U.S. before you got it?
I think
She
Ash
was.
said two
We don't
years.
talk about Fight Club.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, 2 years in captivity. But she
And
still acts
and she
wild.
still.
Like
That's what I was about to say.
she
She
ain't.
still reserved the wild tendencies. That's crazy.
My
Hmm.
snake still acts wild. I've had her for 4 years and 3 months. She's snappy.
The
She's
imported
snappy.
ball pythons are definitely a different animal to have.
Mhm,
so
mhm.
why
Snap.
what makes the ball what makes any species? Because I see people like F1s, F2s, all that. What do you think tones them down? Like what gene like what happens? Because I just feel like
Captivity.
Yeah.
Domestication.
Generation
Even though
just
you can't
domesticate. Yeah.
domesticate a reptile, but they can, we're taking their wildness away from them, bro. They're not in the bush. Like, remember I was saying, like, to me, even the wild animals, the wild ball pythons, their eyes are bigger, bro.
Hmm. I
You know
got
what I
my
mean?
girl shed. Let me see if
Their,
it's in
their,
my bag.
their
I got her
eyes are
head shed
bigger.
right now.
Yeah, they're bigger. And Kasi has a small head. Oya has a small
Small.
head.
Yep.
Her eyes are
Big as fuck.
she's yeah, she not one of them big headed snakes. Nah.
Bug eyed. No, that's funny.
They got they gotta see at night. You know what I'm saying? You in Africa in the bush somewhere, bro. Like you
True.
probably have more instincts, yo. You know what I'm
And with
saying?
all
Just
the
like,
yeah, and with
yeah,
all the captivity and line breeding and stuff that we do here, our ball pythons, their eyes are smaller. It just over evolution over time. Whereas
And I don't think
theirs,
you're gonna see an African soft fur over there either.
not at all. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, me and Ash Googled native rodents in specifically Benin. Baby, ain't
Yeah.
no African soft furs, not even close. And those rodents look like guinea pigs.
Mhm. Some of them, yeah, man. Yeah.
So no, I know little rabbits.
So, would anyone ever? Would you ever take in order to do that family tree thing? Would you ever take two wild cards and put them together and see what happens? Or do you
I
Eventually
think
down
that?
the line, eventually down the line, it just all depends for me personally. But I plan on getting more African wild caughts.
You mean like
hmm
without being bred to anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like first time
Yeah,
breeders? Yeah, why not?
yeah.
yeah. Why
I
not?
do it. Yeah. I think it might be difficult if, like, right now, I have a female that is from the wild. I've never bred it, and I was thinking about putting like
Bullshit.
this four gene animal to it or my
Hold on,
malice to
Kimberly.
it, and I'm like, I really don't know enough about that animal to want to slap my malice to it. You know what I mean? But then again, like, why not? You know, it's like do
Yeah,
what the
why
fuck
not?
you want to do. Yeah.
Especially
Only
when
one
you're a
way to find
hobbyist and
out.
you're not thinking, yeah, especially if you're a hobbyist and you're not thinking of, oh, I gotta make my return on investment right now, like ASAP. Like,
Mhm.
no, let's throw a dinker
Mhm.
to dinker and see what happens.
Mhm.
Stand the man, what it do? And to be honest, I'm not gonna do it this first clutch because I know me. But clutch number two, I'm gonna trust her and let her maternally incubate her own babies. She's wild. She should know
Nah,
this shit.
man.
I
Hey,
That
trust
that's the
ain't
her.
that
way.
ain't
I trust
that
her.
ain't the problem. Listen, that ain't the problem. The problem is you playing God and having to do the weather. That's the problem. You be
Mhm.
consistent with that shit. You
But
I
gotta
but you
be
got you.
got
consistent with that
but you
shit.
also gotta trust the female that she can adapt to anything.
I get that,
Nah,
but
I
then,
got you.
but then
you
how,
I've
got
done it.
how you go?
sensitivity.
Yeah, Ash got me. Plus, I have a
I've done
mentor
it.
who was my mentor when I first bought my first ball python. All she did was maternal incubation for all of her snakes before she retired. She never bought an incubator. She never made an incubator, and
That's
I ain't
Havana
gonna lie,
she
Nichols.
had
maternal
I have
a eighty
Alice's that I
percent
maternally
success rate.
incubated
you say you got
last
issues.
So
year. Yeah,
it's worth it.
y'all,
Oh, pictures.
it is worth.
But
I
but
have
I feel like
malices that y'all see that are maternally incubated. Y'all wouldn't know the
Hey,
difference.
damn,
I
I
did
was
it
about to
exactly.
last
ask
year.
another question. I was
Y'all
about to
so
ask
worried
another
about
question.
losing eggs. Trust the mom. She's the fucking mother.
Man, I
She
said
is
I
the
hear
that.
that. I
mother.
hear that. I hear that, but
Yeah.
that's something you kind of
Now, when it comes to these Game of Thrones line breeding snakes, they might not be all the way there in the head. I'm talking about the wild. I'm talking about the wild African dinkers. I'm talking about
Game of
nature.
Thrones. Bro, if you think about it, bro, you can relate this to current, like the current times, bro.
Nah, man.
I'm a
Wolf
little too
Voice said
deep.
it best. I think that's John. We save the weak snakes. In the wild, the weak snake would not survive. Like
Nature
nature,
success. Just
nature
nature
gonna take
success.
care of itself. You know what I mean? So your snake being able to survive 8 meals in 3 years, bro, like that's a lot
Exactly.
of damn days, bro.
Exactly.
Like that's crazy. Our
But she
snakes can't
knew.
do
Yeah. Now our snakes will go downhill
Toughness.
after a month of no eating.
that. Man, my snake will be
Our
in her hand a
our
chicken
snakes
and
take
straight
on mongooses and rhinoceroses.
And they were
up.
8 gerbils. They weren't even rats or nothing. They were
Bro,
little gerbils. Little
that's
gerbils.
nothing. That's nothing, bro. Like that's crazy.
What's
That's
nothing?
crazy.
Yeah, I
Gerbil,
don't
bro. A
know how
gerbil.
that snake
So we
stayed the
feeding
size it did as
rats?
much as it ate. To be honest with you, like I was like,
I
okay,
thought
you
she
know,
was
Yeah,
gonna
something neat.
die before I got to my new house.
yeah, man.
In my old shop, there
You
was
had,
never sun.
you ain't had
Huh?
no trust in her. You ain't had no trust in her. I
three
thought she was about to
years, eight
die.
meals. I thought she was
Yeah, I
gonna
feel
die, bro. And she when I moved into the house, I think I said before there was sun. It was for the first time I had a windows in my snake room. And she's a wild snake, she's from West Africa, she likes sun like the fuck we do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what did it. And ever since then I had her in a sea serpent's rack where you can see through it. And she kind of put her nest in the front of the tub, close to the window. I'm telling you,
Damn.
bro, this thing is weird, bro. She had two nests, bro. Two nests.
two one day.
But let these experts tell you, oh, ball pythons are underground 24/7. They don't come out at
Oh,
all. They let the meals come to them. Okay,
Man, I
man.
wouldn't
okay.
I wouldn't go outside during the day in Africa.
I wouldn't
I'll be
either.
out at nighttime.
I
Oh man,
mean, it depends. It
But
depends
some of
on what
but
where
some of
you
them
are.
like that sunlight.
Where you
They like
are,
that.
it depends on what locality, where you're from. Because if you're from somewhere where you've been left alone for generations, you ain't gonna worry about it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I just saw two super pastels out the wild last week. Two super, not just they had like some granite genes in them and shit. But when I see animals like that in the wild, I'm
Or
like,
that
yeah,
or that
they.
calico
Oh
looking snake
man,
that
yeah,
you saw.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Bruh.
yeah.
hold on. You
They
said
had to
But
have been
but but
left.
let them tell you those snakes get eat up just like that. That was
Yeah,
an adult
yeah, those
snake,
are
that
adults.
bright.
I showed you Brian, right? Remember seeing it like the Ultramel
Oh,
one and the
hey,
Calico one,
hey,
and
I wanted you to say it first, but it's like, yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah, I seen them. I
That's
wasn't
why.
gonna say
mhm,
I
That's why
seen
I
them,
just
but
let people talk. Oh, those albino, a banana, a
no,
pie, they
we're
wouldn't survive in the
talking
wild. Okay,
ultra male
okay.
adults from the wild, the super pastels looking animals from the wild. Like these things are fucking
Grown,
crazy looking.
people
breedable.
have no idea, yo. But you know, you
They
let
said
them
that's the
tell it.
first to die. Yeah,
You know what
that's
I
the first to
mean?
get kicked off.
Yeah, dude, I've
Really
seen
that
things, man.
surprising? Like it all came
That's
from the
why
wild,
I mean,
anyways.
why do you
So
think that,
Yep.
like, I'm just, like, all of a sudden kinda,
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
halted all my mainstream projects?
Mm,
I've
I would
seen things.
too. Yeah, like forget
yep.
just
forget that one. Forget the Morph Market Gene that's been here for 20 years. I need to work on this. I need to focus on this.
Yeah.
so. Do you think recessives are huddled in their locality?
No.
They just
Mm-mm,
yeah.
mm-mm,
That's just like a genetic mutation that just happens.
I
Especially,
think so.
yeah, especially like snakes like albinisms and stuff like that. I think that's just general. It's
I
albino
think
people
so.
everywhere, albino dogs everywhere. I'm like, it's just, I don't think that's locality based. It's just based off of mutated over the
Mhm.
years.
I wish I
Yeah,
knew where clown
That's
came
true.
from. I don't know
uh,
where clown came from, but if I had to
yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
this came
A
from
big
Benin.
double.
That's this is Benin.
Right.
If clown came
Uh,
from Benin, I'll be angry.
Ghana, Ghana has those like smoother animals, if you ask me, like the vanillas, the ODs. They're
Right.
they're smooth.
NG type
That's what
stuff.
I've seen. Yeah,
the rough,
yeah,
the
yeah.
rough, the rugged, stuggish bones come from Benin.
Granity motherfuckers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not all granites are the same people. You can't just
Nah,
generalize.
nah. That word is
They're not all.
synonymous for I don't know what the fuck it is. That's what it
Pretty
There it
is.
much.
is.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, so it's a granite.
yeah,
But
yeah.
clown's like a black back recessive.
It is. It is. Tri-stripe, clown. Yep, yep. Definitely.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's true. That's
It
true.
is. Hmm.
So do you think those are pretty much possibly from the same like locale?
They eerily so. I look at puzzle and tri-stripe and the sides of them things. They almost look the same, bro. Uh, I'm on a hunt for a recessive, man. I don't know what it takes to find a recessive. I just think it's a crapshoot almost. But if I could ever find a recessive, then I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm trying. I'm trying.
That would be a big accomplishment.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell
Definitely.
yeah. Because half the recessives that are out there aren't even fucking recessive. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
they
Like
just
I want to
marketed
find a
as
I
hello
yeah.
agree.
monsoon.
I
I
agree.
want to
I agree.
want to
You
find
Liars,
a
tell
real
me
bunch of
are
recessive.
fucking
you telling me
liars.
that you can't pick out a het zebra?
Oh,
Oh
come on.
my
That's like
gosh,
people
thank
telling me to paint.
you.
I can pick out
Uh,
head
Don't
You
get
too.
can't
me
pick out
started.
a zebra? Really? I
Oh
can.
God. Y'all just let people
paints.
pee on y'all and tell y'all it's raining.
I don't
Yeah,
Mm.
know.
I don't know how you scientifically separate recessive from super either. So I mean, like
Right.
I'm just
Me
talking out
neither.
my ass
Facts.
right now. So, but I can
Because
pick out hets and zebra, and like I can.
you
It's
can
like,
almost pick out hypos.
yeah,
You can pick
true.
out hypos. So how recessive
I
is
think so.
that?
Yeah, because there are a lot of pre-ashy snakes. I be looking, I be like, oh, that thing look ashy. And they like, no, it's a head. I'm like, well, shit, you could
You
have
could
fooled me.
see it. Just like the head of
That thing
xanthics. A
glowing.
lot of those, you could see the head of xanthic. You could see.
Yeah.
So it's like, how
Hmm.
recessive really is this thing? You know what I'm saying? Half of the pies have tracks. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. Half don't. So okay, that's a recessive clown. That's a recessive. I would call that a recessive. Desert ghosts, sometimes they brighter. Sometimes I call that a recessive. But hypo? Oh,
So you don't
oh.
think hypo? All right, paint. What about paint? You
Listen,
think?
fuck out of here. And so look, I've been in the hobby so long. I remember when they called super paint. You know what I'm saying? Then magically over the last 3 years, now it's turned into a recessive. So things like to people like me, that's spooky. Because I remember looking at the paint all of them years ago. I wanted one and never got one. It was a paint and a super paint,
Because it's a lot, yeah, it's a lot of
you know?
hit paints that look very visual in my eyes.
Man,
But I
y'all
ain't
don't
gonna say,
listen to
but I ain't
people,
gonna say,
bro.
but I ain't gonna say no. I'm gonna let y'all market the way y'all want to market because y'all are the business folks. I'm just a hobbyist. I don't know shit.
I
Mhm.
say super
I
paint
just
or
My
need
eyes
to
playing trick
like
on me.
they gotta tell me how like you tell it scientifically the difference between a recessive and a super.
Mhm.
Heterozygous, homozygous.
Like
I'm going with my eyes. I'm
Mhm.
I
sorry.
need to know that someday.
And
I
you
don't
know another
think
thing I was thinking, y'all? You see how people are getting the taking the lace tests, right? And
Mhm.
a lot of the snakes are not coming up as lace.
Mhm.
So what is the gene that is there when people aren't getting lace? Is it yellow belly? Is it nothing? Like what's there? What is something
yeah,
has to be there for these people to look at it and be like, yep, that's a lace.
What
And
I
then they
hear a
go
lot
shed test it, and it's not.
what I
yeah.
hear a lot is they like identifying markers with like the popcorning, but there's a few different morphs that do that.
That does that. Yeah, that does the exact same thing.
Cinnamon popcorns.
Yeah, that's the biggest one I've heard.
Who?
Is the
Cinnamon.
popcorning along the bottom of the belly,
Yes.
cinnamon
Yeah.
popcorns, yellow belly popcorns.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
A lot of
Everybody
these do.
popcorning around here.
So I mean, it's tough. I'm glad they came out with the test though.
So my thing is like when people are looking at this lace, right? And this is how you catch people, right? They looking at this lace. Oh, it's beautiful. It's the best fucking animal since sliced bread, right? Then they get it shed tested. It's not a lace, right? Now they're mad. Now it's a piece of shit, and they're not gonna breed it anymore, right? So they loved
Real.
the animal before, right? To the
They
point that they
loved it. It
wanted to
was the
put it
best
to
thing since
all of
sliced
the
bread.
expensive females, right? But now it's not lace. Now they hate it. It's gonna get sold. You
And
see,
off
this
the
is the
way that it
mindset of
looked,
these.
That's
Uh,
fucked up.
off the way
exactly.
that it looked originally is what they fell in love with. And once they found out it
How
didn't
it
have
looked,
lace, they're
yeah.
like, yeah, fuck this
The
piece of shit.
name.
So did they fall in love with how it looked, or did they
It's
fall in
the
love with the name?
name.
Well,
It's the
yeah,
They
name.
fell in love with the
obviously.
name. Yeah. See, that's what
It's
I'm
the
saying. Like, I don't, that's why I don't understand these people. But I
Me
think the
neither.
smart person would be like, well, if this was a yellow belly instead of a lace, I'm just going to breed this yellow belly. No, they like, fuck that yellow belly. Man, that's why I
Yeah.
hate y'all. That's why I
And
hate y'all.
Ash said it, not me, but I feel the
I
same
don't
That's
I
why
don't
I
want to
hate
say
y'all.
who told me because I don't remember exactly who told me, right?
way.
They're like they and it's is there really 3 lines of red stripe or is there just 1 line of red stripe and shit that looks like red stripe?
Mm.
red stripe. That looks like red stripe, but this also look like red stripe. But that didn't test for red stripe.
I
So
mean,
that's
this
what
is what
I
Nonsense.
happens
It's a
when we
legitimate
think that
question. Like that's not a dickhead question. That's a legitimate question.
it. No, it's not because I mean, everybody thought acid and confusion is the same.
Yeah.
Not,
And
I don't think not one person didn't think that they were the same, bro.
I thought they were.
So me too.
For the longest time
I
until
thought that they just looked
I
different,
got a confusion though, and then I was like, wait a second, this looks a little smoother than acid.
and I was thinking that that difference that I was seeing was a line bread difference. That's what I assumed.
Right. Yep.
You know, like okay, this is just the line bread difference. All right, you know?
so they're
We
not the
don't know
same.
shit. No, we don't know shit.
We
No,
don't
they're
know what.
not. We don't
I
know
thought they
shit.
were proven to be the same.
No, they were proven not to be the same.
They're not the same.
They're
They're
not the
not the
same.
same.
Next Hurricane and Trick. I'm
But
thinking
but
about.
but people keep
Yeah.
regurgitating the same bullshit over and over
Hmm.
again
Yeah, that's
because
They're
Hurricane
of
and
not
Trick.
the
marketing.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the trick So the
Hmm.
Trick Kane.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
That's
man. It's
but what you
trickery.
just what you just said about people liking the name, I hate that, bro.
they
Like
like the
I
name or the
hate
person
them.
behind
I
it.
hate them. I hate those people, bro. Those are the people to me that fuck up the hobby, bro. Because
Yes,
they
amen.
they just clout chasers, they cocksuckers, and all sorts of other stuff, yo. I can't stand those people. I hate you. I hate all of y'all, yo. I hate you.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
I'm
love
with you.
Yeah.
it.
I hate him
I
too. I
love
hate him
it.
too.
Yeah.
I hate
I
him
hate the way
too.
that you
We.
walk. The ass is the
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar behind
Yeah.
it.
We hate
I
you,
hate the
not
way that
just
you
him.
talk, the way that you walk. I hate the way that you
Hey,
dress.
it's four of us right here. We hate you.
Word. I hate you.
So my friend
I better
T,
stop fucking
like
around. I'm gonna get myself canceled off these a couple of these fucking
It-
shows I'm on.
you can't be hating people, Brian. You're on too many networks.
yeah, yeah, you can't. You on too many networks.
So my homie T, she's when we first like started putting stuff together and all that type of stuff, I was big on you can't just be buying this. And she like, it's pretty. It's pretty. And then I'm starting to realize like that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, like if you're gonna make something that's visually appealing. The names and all that extra type of stuff, it works because you need to know how to market it and all that type of stuff. But if you make a very appealing snake like Brian, you don't need no recessives in most of the stuff that you put together, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? So
Appreciate that.
that's the purpose of doing it, right? Like,
Yep.
does it
Yep.
100%.
really change the name? Like,
Yep. It is.
I hate them name people.
My thought process is like I see what I have to work with, and then like I meticulously think in my head, how can I get the best outcome with what I have? You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
thinking like, all right, so this gene works good with this gene. I know they work together and will bring out more oranges. This one not so much, so I'll avoid it in this pairing. And then like
Oh shit.
I don't give a
Yeah.
damn if it's got a recessive in it
Yeah.
or not.
That on that
Right.
note,
You've been
on
saying
that
that for
note,
a while though, like
Yeah, I don't
years.
care
Not
about that.
just recent. Yeah, not just recent. Been saying that, preaching that for a while.
My brain is fueled by my curiosity only.
hmm
facts.
Same.
Man, done got the hell on.
Yeah, I
Banner
gotta
said,
get the
"Fuck
hell
y'all."
off here
I'm
soon
out.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't want to last go too long. I know how to pause. I know how this conversation will go, and the conversation is getting real good now. If y'all had started off like this in the beginning, we would have been okay. But we had technical difficulties.
Go back
We
to
did.
StreamYard. I'm sick of this shit.
Garbage ass shit.
And on that note, replay gang, hashtag replay gang in the comments. Let us know what you thought about tonight's discussion. Um, Also, if y'all got anybody that y'all think would like to be on the show or like some exposure, send me that info, man, so we can get them on the show and get some interviews, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get them some exposure to the this side of the hobby, to the community, spread spread the knowledge on our platform about them. Get their name out there. It kind of helps. Everybody, every count or every shit, whatever. I lost myself. Nonetheless.
That man
This green,
eat.
this green tea.
He
This
is
green, no,
tipsy or
this green
high.
tea. This tea is hitting. You hear me? This tea is hitting. That's exactly what it is. Um, check
Say
out.
good
Make sure
night.
y'all check. Hold on. Make sure y'all check out. Say goodnight. Make sure y'all check out Keys and Wisdom on the
Genetic
Whiskey
canvas.
Bomb Network. They got genetic cameras on tonight. What gene they
Yo,
got? I forgot.
MJ
MJ
Exanthus.
Xanic
Oh shit.
with Marcus Jane.
Ricky
So
Jane.
go check
Yeah.
that out because anytime you get a
Check it
chance
out.
to listen to Marcus Jane talk, you better fucking listen.
That
It's Mark
part.
Right.
Mandic. It's Mark Mandic. It's Mark Mandic.
Man,
Marcus Jane Reptiles.
Salute. Word.
yeah.
One of the goats. One of the goats.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, man, yeah, definitely go check that out, man. Drop the whiskey bombs in the chat. And on the comment if y'all checking that replay out too. Other than that, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, Ash, Elias. Appreciate y'all for coming on the panel tonight. Great discussion as always. Brian, Banner, B. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Working stage, doing your
Oh,
thing.
wait, I'm not on my phone. Never mind.
Other than that, man, be kind to somebody. Don't let them bullies bully you. You know what I'm saying? And if so, stand up for yourself.
Yeah, bro, let me tell you
West
something, bro. I'm
Africa.
fucking
I love y'all. We
listen, bro, you're
out.
gonna get me
West
started